Hey guys, welcome to AxegrinderUK and welcome to another pedal demo. This time we're checking out the Coco Distortion from Sitek Guitar Electronics. Now this is a full-on gain pedal that does anything from clean boost, overdrive to full-on distortion. Features two clipping modes, soft and hard. It's an op-amp based design with a 100% analog circuit. It's true bypass, works off a 9V DC power supply or a 9V battery, and the build quality on this pedal and all the other pedals I've seen from Sitek is off the charts. Now with that said, let's get into checking out some tones. Alright then peeps, before we get into checking out some tones, we're just going to look at the control set on the pedal. It's fairly simple like all the Sitek pedals. You get 3 control dials. You've got level, tone and drive with a toggle switch to select between the soft and hard clipping modes, and that's about all she wrote. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give you my clean sound or direct sound into the amp with a Les Paul. I'm on the British pickup and this is my clean-ish sound. It's not totally clean because if I hit it hard it's going to break up a little bit. But that's basically our bass tone. Now let's switch the pedal on, all dials at 12. Let's check it out. Okay, that's a really full fat saturation. Even with the dials at 12, it's quite a lot of gain there already, and it's very sort of smooth and creamy, and it's definitely got a nice sort of mid-range honk to it. Okay, now I'm just going to switch over to the hard clipping mode with the dials at 12. Alright then guys, so as the name might suggest, it's definitely harder edged, it's more aggressive and it's got slightly more distortion coming through with some increased harmonic content. It still remains thick and saturated, which sounds pretty awesome. Okay then, now I'm going to switch back to the soft clipping side and I'm going to increase the gain and the tone control slightly and see what happens. Okay, so the gain and the tone control set around 2 o'clock and the level is still at 12 and we're back in soft clipping mode. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, so obviously by turning up the tone control, we've got a little bit more cut and a little bit more clarity. It's still retaining the thick saturation, but we've got a smoother edge because we're in the soft clipping mode, and it sounds really cool. Now we're going to switch over on the same settings on the dials, but we're going to switch over to the hard clipping mode and see how that sounds. Okay, as before, you're getting slightly more distortion and more aggressive tone, and this time I think because we've increased the gain level slightly, we're getting more bottom end, which is making the riff sound even bigger and really chunky, especially when we're doing these down-tuned sort of riffs. Alright, now I'm going to switch back to the soft clipping mode and increase the gain even more and turn the tone control up a little bit. So let's check that out. Alright then guys, I've just turned the gain and the tone control up to 3 o'clock. The level's still at 12 and we're back in soft clipping mode. Let's see how that sounds. Alright, so now the same thing in the hard clipping mode. Alright then guys, let's max out the gain control and go back to the soft clipping mode. And maybe we'll increase the level a little bit as well. Now the same settings, just in the hard clipping mode. Okay, this pedal's got a huge amount of gain in it, and when it's in the hard clipping mode especially, it has a huge amount of bottom end. And just to remind you guys where we started, our clean sound sounds like this. That's what we started with, and now we have this. Alright then guys, so as you can hear there are a wide variety of different gain tones within this pedal, from high gain to medium gain. With the soft and hard clipping modes, you can tailor that to your taste, whether you want it more aggressive with more bottom end or a bit more smoothed out with a little bit more mid and not so much bottom end in the soft clipping mode. So now let's dial it back a bit and see what it sounds like in the lower gain settings. Okay guys, I've dialed back the gain and I've increased the level. I've put the tone control back to 12 o'clock. So the gain is now at 9 o'clock and the level's at 3. We're in the soft clipping mode. Let's see how that sounds. Les Paul bridge pickup and we're back in standard tuning. And now let's hear the same thing in the hard clipping mode. Okay, so I've gone back to soft clipping mode again. This time I'm going to leave the level where it is and turn the gain up slightly and take the tone control back and see what we get. Alright then guys, that was the Coco Distortion from Sitek Guitar Electronics. I really hope you enjoyed the demo. If you did, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe and share. And if you want more information on this pedal or any other pedals in the Sitek range, just hit the links in the description box and they should help you out. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have about their pedals. Anyway, I'll see you next time with another gear review, vlog or lesson. And until then, my name's Lee and this is AxegrinderUK.